Okay, so to start this makeup look, I am using this Neon UV Special FX palette from Canada. I'll list it in the info box below. And so I just started painting my face with the pink color and just some random brush. This is a water activated UV paint and it has, you saw the colors. And so I'm just putting the random colors in different spots. And then I forgot to trace out my skull. And so I'm doing that now. I apologize. I jump all over the place again in this video. It's just kind of how my brain works. So here I'm drawing cheek area with that white liner. You can literally use any white liner that glides really easily on your face. So for this look we're going to do, it'll be half of a regular skull and then a reverse skull on the other side. And so you'll see I focus on the right side of my face and do a regular skull first with the hollows being darker and then where the bone is being the colorful part. And then I'll reverse that on the other side. But I start on the right more because I'm used to doing a skull the regular way, and then I'll do the other side as we go. So here I'm just using the blue. They don't show up very well with just one coat, and so you kind of have to redo another coat. And on the second coat, I don't use as much water, and then I kind of tap it in instead of brushing it on. You want to do all the places where the bone would be with the colorful paints, and so I just put them in different spots, and then I also do the teeth and the nose area. And then on that other side, the left side, your left, you will see that I'm starting to put colors in where the hollows would be. And then I'll put black where the bone would be, but we'll get to that. So literally just painting teeth and anywhere there would be bone and on the one side and then the hollows on the other. And then I have this pigments that I bought from Amazon. I'll link them below. They were hard to blend because most pigments are. I thought I needed this to have the color pop better, but then when I looked on the UV light, I didn't need them, so I stopped using them. And then I'll go in with Mehron and use their black water activated paint to do the hollows on this side of the skull. So I'm doing my eye socket, the nose, the cheek area, and the teeth. And then my temple. And so for the top teeth above the lips, you want to make these little like TP shapes. And then as the teeth move on into the cheek area, you want the tops of the teeth to start bending towards your ear. And then I'm making little teepees on the bottom part. And then filling them in if they're not dark enough. And then here I'm just shading the cheek area some more, pulling it in a little bit, and then I'll go in with the James Charles black shadow. It's my fave. And shadowing in some more because you want a gradient effect. And then I'm also doing shadows around where the hollows of the skull are. So anywhere the bone would meet a hollow, you would have a shadow. And then underneath the bottom of the teeth, around the nose. Okay, and so now I'm just painting some random areas as I jump around. Back to the ears now. Make sure you paint your ears. On this side, I want the paint, well, on the side that I just jumped away from, the left side, I want the paint to go higher than where the teeth are because when I paint them in black, I want it to show the color. So see, I paint above the jaw thing I drew. Sorry, it's literally all over the place, but it's kind of entertaining to watch. You're just gonna put random colors in random places. It's so fun. Then I'm gonna outline the socket, and then the teeth on this side are going to be black because again, the bone on this side will be black versus the hollows on the other side being black. So I want the exact opposite. And I started using a small brush for this. You'll see eventually I get sick of this. It takes forever. And so I'll grab a bigger brush and just start dabbing like that where the teeth would be. And then I'll use a smaller brush to pull I don't know, are those the roots of the, and you want to drag the tops of the teeth towards the ear again once you move away from the lips. I hope that makes sense. Apparently I was sick of doing the teeth, so now we're going to move on to the black, being where all the bone would be on the opposite skull. And then I got sick of that, so now I'm back at the teeth. Sorry. Outlining the nose. It's really good to align all these areas because once you do the black like this, it's easy to paint real quick. And the black will take a couple layers to be black enough. Don't forget to do your ear. And I want the black to look like it's growing into the other side of the skull. And so you'll see eventually here, I'll start adding, the black will start leaking out into the other side of the skull. And then I'm adding some cracks on this side to the hollows, or anywhere there's colors. And then I use black shadow to kind of create shadows around the cracks. And then I'm just shadowing anywhere there would be a shadow. And then I'm just lining my eye, both sides, with black liner, anyone that you want to use. Back on the teeth now. Does anybody else's brain work like this, where you just jump around when you're doing your makeup? I used a neon glow-in-the-dark pen that I got from Amazon for a minute. It wasn't working really well, so then I went back into the UV palette that I used to paint my face and did little highlights on the black teeth. I'll link the pen below and obviously anything else that I use in this video. And here I'm going to use the neon to do where there would be opposite shadows, I guess. Instead of it being a dark shadow, it'll be a light shadow. Here I'm doing a crack with the UV paint. And another one here. And then this part I just sped up really fast because all I'm trying to do here is get the paint on my neck and have it drip down on one side. I start with that first, so then I'll load the paintbrush with tons of paint and then tons of water and then just press it into my skin. And I just put different colors in different spots and kind of move around to get it to drip down. Some places I painted a little bit more and then dripped it. So it's fun and easy. Just load up your brush with water and paint. And then on this side, I started to do the same thing with the black, and I wanted the green to peer through, but it just was not working. So you'll see I start with the drips and then eventually I just kind of paint the whole thing. All right, now we're using that pen again to do the highlights on the regular skull side. And then once all of my highlights are done, that is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this.